Hello all you sexy people and welcome to a review of the Tidel Treasures event in Blade and Soul. So if you don't know what this event is, it's basically a little summertime event where you can do some little shit thing and get some nice rewards. So what's all this shit thing I'm talking about? So if you head on over to your Dragon Express tab, you can find an oceanic weapon chest. It costs 30 silver, so fuck you anyone who is like lower than level 20. In this little chest, you are going to find an oceanic weapon, which will probably be a fish, an octopus, a sea urchin, a lobster, depending on your class. I don't actually know, I've only seen the Force Master, Soul Fighter and Warlock weapons, so I don't know about the other classes. So, when you have this weapon, you'll notice you can upgrade it using something called Coralite. So Coralite can be found in most heroic dungeons. I think the lower dungeons offer you standard Coralite, and then the higher ones offer you Coralite. The difference between this is standard Coralite cannot be traded, yet normal Coralite can. So you can sell it or do whatever. So these Coralites come from daily dungeon quests, and you can do, I think, 16 per day. I think the average person will probably only be able to do maybe 2 to 4, depending on how high your attack power is and how the stupid requirements are for the dungeons go. But anyway, once you've got your Coralite, you can use it to upgrade your weapon, and then you can get to a certain stage, grab a Black Rose Feather from that Heaven's Mandate dungeon where Jin Sayong becomes a pigeon, and then you can trade that plus your weapon for an awesome reward, like a costume, some whatever that is, Tahaka's skin, Azura Embers, Flawless Sparkling Hongmoon Hexagon Paradox, and other good shit like that. But here's the problem. When you upgrade your weapon, there's a chance it can fail. And by fail, I mean you lose the weapon and gain something called a Coralite Fragment. These fragments are based on the actual level of your weapon. So if you have a stage 3 weapon, you'll get, I think, 3 or maybe 2 fragments. These fragments can, if you have enough of them, if you failed that many times, you can trade them for the same rewards, but I think it's a hell of a lot more time consuming. Well, it's going to be time consuming anyway, so whatever. So the chances to fail, this is just so awful. I've tested it on multiple characters. Going from stage 1 to stage 2, I've been reading on the forums. People are thinking it's like 80%, they're going from stage 2 to 3 is like 70%, and it slowly works down and down and down the higher your weapon level goes. But after testing it on my characters, I can safely assume that it's 50% each time you upgrade. So going from stage 1 to stage 2 is a 50% chance to fail, and you get some coral fragments instead of the stage 2 weapons, which is absolute bullshit. Considering we got 30 days or so to actually get this done, and you can only get 16 per day, and that's quite a high failure chance. So you're probably better off just aiming for fragments instead of actually upgrading the weapons. Which leads me to what I really want to happen. It probably won't be implemented. I'm hoping it will, next year or something like that. That they give you the option to actually crush the Coralite you get into fragments. So you don't have to waste money upgrading the weapon. Which gets very expensive, by the way, when you start getting to the higher levels. I've only reached stage 5. That's already I've already spent a couple of gold on that weapon just to get it to fail, which is absolutely awful. But to end this video, I only have one thing to say. If you don't like this event, NCSoft have very nicely given you an alternative route. You can fork out some cash to buy the bundle in the Hongmoon store. I don't know what the bundle's called because I don't actually have the game open at the moment. But it contains 50 Coralite. How great is that? So you can buy that, fail a bunch of times, and buy it again. So anyway, with this whole overview done, it's ultimately a mediocre event. It's got some good rewards. I really like the costumes you can get from that. I don't really like the Jin costume, but the Yun and the Gon costumes are really nice. So I'm going to give this event a 5 out of 10. It's good if you have a high attack power, really good gear, high Hongmoon levels, and this is a great event. You can get all the dungeons done, get loads of Coralite, and you'll probably have an excess so you can sell it on the auction house. But if you have shit gear, you've just reached max level, perhaps you're not even max level, then this is just an awful event. It's going to take all your gold away from you, and you're ultimately going to be left with nothing. So I'm going to leave it here for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment if there's something you want to drop a comment about. And as always, subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.